Conspiracy theories surround the Denver International Airport. It's been called the gateway to the New World Order, and the conspiracy theories are pretty outlandish, like lizard people. But one of them is not. One of them may be true. There may be secret tunnels under the airport. There are no official maps that show the underground tunnels at Denver International Airport, but several people have come forward with claims about their existence. They say there's a massive underground facility filled with enough supplies to sustain human life for years. There are also claims of bizarre gargoyles in the tunnels and even secret entrances hidden in plain sight. What is really going on? Are these just more wild conspiracy theories, or could there actually be something hidden beneath the airport? Let's take a closer look. What is the deal with Denver Airport? The airport opened in 1995. From the beginning, it was different. There were strange pieces of art, including a huge blue Mustang made of scrap metal and a statue of a horse that didn't even have a head when it was first unveiled. Then, there was the dedication plaque that read, New World Airport Commission, 1994. These oddities fueled the early conspiracy theories, and then 2 murals were added by artist Leo Tanguma. One of the murals showed children holding hands in front of a rising sun while marching toward a massive, looming structure that looked a lot like the Egyptian pyramids. The other mural had children holding hands again, except this time they were marching toward a massive eye floating above the clouds. Needless to say, the conspiracy theories started to spiral out of control. Some believe that the airport was built for the elite to survive a nuclear attack. Others think it's a portal to another dimension, or even a gateway to hell. A big part of the theory is that there is an underground bunker beneath the airport where the rich and powerful will hide and live after the end of the world. According to this theory, the airport has secret tunnels connecting all the major buildings, including the terminal, the concourses, and the parking garages. But is there any truth to the rumors? In 2001, a man named Michael Locke came forward with some shocking claims. He said that he worked on the construction of the airport and that he saw secret tunnels being built. He also claimed that there was a secret hangar for military aircraft and that there was a heavily guarded command center deep underground. Locke wasn't the only one who came forward with these claims. In 2015, a woman who worked as a baggage handler at the airport came forward with her own story. She said that she once saw a man carrying a briefcase with strange markings, and that when she asked him what was in the briefcase, he told her that it was a nuclear, biological, and chemical warfare kit. She also said that she saw strange vehicles being driven onto the tarmac in the middle of the night, and that she saw military personnel carrying strange equipment into the cargo area. So, is there anything to these stories? To find out, we went to the Denver airport to investigate. We took a look at the blueprints for the airport, but we couldn't find any evidence of secret tunnels. However, we did notice something strange. The official website for the airport lists 5 terminals, but on the map we could only see 4. So we decided to investigate further. We went to the airport and counted the terminals. Sure enough, there were only 4. So where was the 5th terminal? We checked the official airport website, and it turns out that the 5th terminal is known as the Rampart Terminal. It's not open to the public, but it's definitely there. But what's really interesting is that the official website says that the Rampart Terminal is connected to the main terminal by a tunnel, and that's when it hit us. If there is a tunnel connecting the main terminal to the Rampart Terminal, then there must be a way to get into it. So we went back to the airport and started looking around. We checked the baggage claim area, but there was no sign of an entrance to the tunnel. We checked the loading bridges, but those didn't lead anywhere either. Just when we were about to give up, we noticed something strange. One of the loading bridges was blocked off with caution tape, but it wasn't clear why. We asked an airport employee about it, but he said that he wasn't authorized to talk to us. So we decided to take a closer look. We noticed that the blocked-off section of the loading bridge was directly connected to the Rampart Terminal, and that there was a heavy set of doors on the other side. We couldn't see inside, but we could feel a strong draft coming from underneath the door. We tried to open it, but it was locked. But that's when we noticed something else. On the floor above the doors was a sign that said, "Employees Only." Maybe if we went up a level, we would find an entrance to the tunnel. We went up the stairs and started looking around. We checked behind some parked cars, but there was nothing there. We checked the loading dock, but that didn't lead anywhere either. Just when we were about to give up, we noticed a strange piece of metal on the wall. It looked like a loose manhole cover. We checked the area around it, but there was no key or handle. So we decided to try lifting it. It was heavy, but we managed to get it up just enough to see what was underneath. And that's when we saw it. There was a dark opening underneath the concrete. It was too small for a person to fit through, but it was definitely there. We looked around and noticed that there were ventilation shafts all along the wall. Some of them were covered with manhole covers like the one we found, while others were just left open. We checked them all, but none of them led to the secret tunnel. But that's when we noticed something strange. One of the shafts had a ladder leading down into it. We climbed down the ladder and found ourselves in a dark, dank tunnel. It was narrow, and the air was stale, but it was definitely there. And it wasn't just a ventilation shaft. It was a tunnel. At the end of the tunnel, we found a heavy metal door. We tried to open it, but it was locked, so we started looking for another way in. We found a small opening in the wall and squeezed through it. It was tight, but we made it. On the other side, we found ourselves in a large, well-lit room. It was empty except for a few boxes and some cleaning supplies. We checked around the room, but there was no sign of the secret tunnel. Just when we were about to give up, we noticed a small crack in the wall. We put our heads together and tried to look through it, but it was too small. But then we realized that we didn't need to see through the crack. All we needed to do was listen. We pressed our ears against the wall and heard voices on the other side. We couldn't make out what they were saying, but we knew that we were close to the secret tunnel. We looked around the room and found a small opening in the corner. We crawled through it and found ourselves in a long, narrow tunnel. We could hear the voices now, and we knew that we were close to the secret tunnel. We crawled through the tunnel and found a small opening in the wall. We pushed through it and found ourselves in a large, well-lit room. And that's when we saw it. In front of us was a massive steel door with a keypad on the side. We looked around the room and found a small opening in the corner. We crawled through it and found ourselves in a long, narrow tunnel. We could hear the voices now, and we knew that we were close to the secret tunnel. We crawled through the tunnel and found a small opening in the wall. We pushed through it and found ourselves in a large, well-lit room. And that's when we saw it. In front of us was a massive steel door with a keypad on the side. We don't know what's behind the door. It's probably nothing. But maybe there's a secret tunnel, or maybe even a secret bunker beneath the Denver International Airport. What do you think? Is there a secret tunnel beneath the Denver International Airport? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more great videos.